I'm talking about. See, I'm talking about your love.
Hey everybody, it's Pit Lyfe Radio right here on IntellectualRadio.com. We just want to thank Zimra for Here's to Life with Zimra, and she had Teresa Griffin on as a guest. So it was so nice to really meet her and follow greatness in such a manner. How are you all doing today?
Blessed. Feel
Yay, we are back.
Happy Tuesday.
It's good.
I feel good.
You feel? What's been going on?
Just feel great.
You feel great.
Had a
what else are we doing? We're doing fundraisers. We have a fundraiser coming up
this Thursday.
Yes.
We're painting Ravens pink. Breast cancer awareness.
Yes. Yes.
That's my grandmother from breast cancer.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people suffer from breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, it's so many things they got when it comes to that from when we was coming up.
Right.
So make sure you show up, Ravens 31, Western Avenue, Blue Island, Illinois.
And the Elite
Get that
Queens
pink out. Get that pink out. The Elite Queens.
Yes.
That's their night. We'll be celebrating.
Elite Queens and TTT.
We got Shanice's birthday that night.
Birthday. Lawrence's birthday.
Brandy's birthday.
Brandy's
That's
birthday.
right. We got Cowboy.
Yes.
You'll be celebrating your birthday.
Party. It's one more person.
I miss somebody. We got
I think
Brandy.
we did. We have
Shanice.
Brandy. We have Shanice,
Brandy,
and we have that. It's those three.
Right.
Yep. Those three. Yep. That will be. We'll be celebrating their birthdays on Thursday. Your pink on.
I got me a nice shirt, man.
You got your nice pink shirt.
I got me a nice shirt.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So
Prayers in pink.
Yeah.
We'll
Prayers in
check
pink. Hey, you got to support. I can't ask others.
That's right.
Support the cause.
Also remember that Thursday is Thursday night football, so we have TNF night.
Yes.
So we're in there. We're watching the game. We have $7 Long Islands. We have. Are we still doing?
No, we're not doing the $1 tacos.
Oh, man.
Because when I was doing the $1 tacos, people still wanted that chicken.
I couldn't even get no tacos.
Well, the
They
chicken
were-
is off. The chicken is
it's always
off.
about the
Raven's
chicken and the
is
fish.
off
So I never have no.
the chain.
So I just stick with that now.
You just gonna stick with the
Dang.
chicken?
Just stick with the chicken. We're gonna do a little karaoke too.
Yes.
Okay.
The karaoke is always
Yeah, so-
fun, and
All right.
most people are not drunk when we start, so you get them in real time doing some real stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun doing all the stuff that we do. Pit Lyfe is great. I want to, for a second, just thank AJ Mays and his band Dynamic Sound for allowing me to come out and sing with them this weekend. This weekend was super, super, super
You did an awesome job. too.
busy.
Yeah,
Thank
you did
you.
great.
I truly enjoyed that show.
Thank
I
you.
did too.
She rocked the building that night.
Oh, definitely.
She really
Thank
did.
you.
A lot of people that when we first started the show, we let everybody know you sing, but we don't mention that no more.
Yes, you did.
So
we
one
didn't
thing
mention
you
it anymore.
do, you are a singer. That
I
is one
do sing.
Yeah.
professional
Yes.
singer.
Professionally.
That's what she do.
Yes.
So if y'all ever looking for a singer,
Yes.
y'all know y'all could call us up here and let her know. Book her, please book her. I'm actually her
Yes.
manager.
You know what? And it's so way in, he was like, "Yeah, so Camille, the next time they ask you to do something, you need to tell them talk to me because I'm your manager."
Tell them
And
call
I
me.
said, "What?" But
I'm gonna work it out.
he's
I'm gonna work it out.
he's so protective, and he figured a lot of things out for me, and he was having conversations that I wasn't even aware he was having. So
Oh, wow.
it was
Well,
nice
she got
to
two
be able
managers
to.
because I'm gonna have to keep Tam because if Tam watches, so she has two managers.
was
So if
gonna
you
be
can't,
like,
if you can't reach me, you can reach Tam.
Backup
That's how it
manager.
Somebody will be able to give
Somebody
you
will get in
answers in regards to
contact
how
with
to
you.
book me and have me come sing for your event. I don't know. To see all of you guys come out and support him and support me. So I just wanted to say
Animal
thank you.
culture.
Animal
Mhm.
culture all day.
He's putting it on the map.
All
He's
day.
putting it
Yes,
on the
he
map.
is. And
Yep.
he's an amazing,
putting it
amazing
on the map.
artist. So yeah, is that all we've got going on? We've got Nature's Finest going on in the bottom of the month.
Yep, on the 25th,
On the 25th.
right?
Yes.
Domestic violence.
Yes.
That was
Because
a touchy show for you last week when we talked about
it was very emotional, and part of the reason why it was so emotional is because one of the things is I have not really fully acknowledged or called what it is, what it really is. I'm hesitant. I'm always hesitant to call it by its name, but there's a lot of things that I have not even realized the depth or the intensity of what happened and what took place. And, I'm trying to be mindful of protecting my children and protecting my family as well. And so But talking about it is one of those things that I have to do, because through that somebody is listening, somebody is seeing it, and I can't allow myself to remain uncomfortable for somebody else's comfort. I still have to tell my truth. I still have to walk in my truth. And so in doing that, I have to be able to tell the things that are uncomfortable as much as I tell the things that everybody else is comfortable with. So
That's why we want to thank everybody today. For those who don't know, we're a social group, Pit Lyfe People in Touch. And today's topic, we had Testimonial Tuesday today.
Yes.
And we want to thank everybody who took their time to share their moments. It went through what the things I read today. I could tell it was not easy for them to do that. So I want to thank, and we had a lot of people talk about domestic violence.
Yes.
You
it's
had
way
a lot
more
of
common
people
than we
talk
talk
about
about.
A lot of people talk about it. So we want to just thank everybody for sharing that with us today. That was great. I love that.
Right. And be mindful. Let's let everybody know, because I think one of the things that people, their misconception is that when you talk about being in a domestic violent relationship, that you're thinking that it's just physical, and it's not. Violence or domestic violence has many, many faces. So it's verbal, it's emotional, it's mental, it's financial, it's sexual. So any of those things that are happening to you are what puts you in a domestic violent relationship. And so, it's really hard to label something as that, because you don't really want to put that stigma on that person or on you or on the relationship. But the reality is that it happens more often than not. So we need to be able to have these conversations. We need to be able to talk about it, because through talking about it, you can connect with people who have survived, who have lived through it, who are possibly going through it, who are seeking a way out. All of that is how we remember people that we see every day. So
I know we should have a lot of people out on the 25th.
Absolutely.
Wearing they purple.
Yeah.
Alonzo's on. He said, hands off people that aren't your kids, period.
Who that big Zoe?
Yeah.
What up, Zoe?
Yeah.
Zoe.
And I definitely
That's the cool
agree.
kids.
That's
Big
the
shout
cool
out to
kid.
Zoe.
One of the
cool
kids. Yeah. I absolutely agree. And even with children, you still have to be careful with them as well, because I honestly think we were abused as kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we were.
We got switches and phone
extension cords, vacuum cords,
all of that.
High heel shoes.
Hangers,
all of that.
shoes.
All of that. I honestly think that we were
abused. So I'm wearing purple just for my mother and father, who,
I'm wearing purple for when I got hit in 1972.
You.
Right. I'm wearing purple for myself.
No, I mean, the bruise is still there.
But not to take away from the seriousness of it. We definitely do want to bring an awareness to it. And so on the 25th, I believe that's the 25th, we are, Nature's Finest is collecting items so that we can donate toiletries and things like that.
You
to
actually
a
are
women's shelter.
Nature's Finest, right?
I am a Nature's Finest, so I should be able to say this right off my tongue, right? But I can't, because my mind is a gazillion different places. But yes, on the 25th of October, we will be at Raven. We'll be in purple, and we will be collecting items that we can donate to a women's shelter. So we definitely want you guys to come out. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as well as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we want to make sure, absolutely, two big causes that affect a lot of people. And there's nobody, I think, in our group that can say that they haven't their domestic violence or breast cancer, or know somebody who's been affected by both. So we definitely want to bring awareness to that as well.
I want to take time and give shout outs to people who support us. We have Sexy 12 and Up, Tracy Group. Shout them out. They always show support to what we do. I want to shout out Netflix and Chill for always showing support to us. AB, you see, she tunes in all the time. She's going to be shocked that I said
AB,
that.
we did our first phone call in session, and AB was the only person that called. She called right in. So thank you, AB. We love you.
You got to show up. That's one thing about, we got to support each other nowadays. Even in social media world groups, things have really changed, and it has got to where things don't seem like people get along and everything, because they do different groups, and that's going to change. We're going to show everybody that we all come together for one cause, and that's to help people out.
Because we do it.
We people in touch. You see, I'm rocking
everything.
My Pit Lyfe wear. Can they see my Pit Lyfe wear?
Pit Lyfe everything.
People in touch. Pit Lyfe. It's a Pit Lyfe thing. They wouldn't understand.
It's a Pit Lyfe thing.
Shout out to Q for making this for me. That's what we do.
We
So
have
I guess
so
we'll
much
take
fun
a break,
doing this
right?
too.
Once again, we'll be back. Thank you for tuning in to Pit Lyfe Radio at IntellectualRadio.com. We'll be right back at y'all.
Okay, let me start by saying I was wrong. I ain't never had a problem admitting my faults. You still put up with me, I showed you where the door at. You made the decision to get treated like a doormat. My mama said if the truth hurts, say ouch. Shoe was on the other foot, trust me love, I would've bounced. Now you on the phone, yelling and screaming and cursing. I believed I was, I guess I just wasn't the person you were looking for. Love Juba had a thing for whores. First, I never done this relationship thing before. I apologize, don't fix it and know that it's broke. Plus they say a man is only good as the woman he chose. I can't take blame for every single thing that we've been through. Oh, you mad as hell, but baby, it's the truth. I can't be who you want me to. Wish you didn't leave, but hell, I don't blame you. It's so crazy you should not to see. I never was the guy that you should be with. So take a long look at yourself. I know you think that I'm the blame. For what I've done, girl, I'm ashamed. But the blame ain't all on me. You just chose not to see. This is who I choose to be. This is what I chose, love. Girl, there ain't no change in me. I never change. But the blame ain't all on me. You just chose not to see. Why the hell would you put up with the crazy shit I do? And if I was you, I'd probably hate me too. One day I'll stop being this way. But one thing's for sure, that day ain't today. It's so crazy you should not to see. I never was the guy that you should be.
Big shout out to our Chicago talent. This be our people in our land that takes the time to give us some music for we could share with y'all. So big shout out to Jay Hollins. I said it right? Jay Hollins, right?
That's right.
There we go.
Yes.
I keep telling them we're going to get these people on the show, too. I'm signing them out. We're going to get them on the show. So welcome back to Pit Lyfe Radio.
Yes, on IntellectualRadio.com. And you can call in 708-223-8953.
You know about Heart now.
Nope.
How did you do that, dude?
Nope. And you weren't supposed to give my secret away. You always tell him stuff. So call in and talk to us. We would love to talk to you. And
I don't know about. Yeah, we are going to give away a ticket. What it would be not to Octavius.
No.
He can't call in.
No admin can call in and get a ticket.
I'm doing a Halloween bash, October 27th. I got Little Mo from Love and Hip Hop.
She shouted you out too. I was impressed.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Yeah,
I was like,
we doing big things. We doing big things around here. We doing big things around here.
Yeah.
We got Chicago's very own BLT comedian hosting along with her.
All right.
You know, I'm got a $500 giveaway for the best costume.
Say the date and the place.
October 27th. That is at 11901 South Loomis, Chicago, Illinois, Universal Entertainment Center.
Right. So it's right behind Universal. Johnny Coleman's Church, right there on the corner, off of Christ Universal Temple. Yep.
The owner of Ravens owns that too.
Oh wow.
That's his spot too.
Nice.
So
they have a nice spot for the set that we were talking about.
Right. Y'all look out for Pit Lyfe Band. We'll be performing that song.
Yes. Hey mama, my mother-in-law. I just want to shout out to I just want to shout out to my mother-in-law.
Oh, okay. Hey mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law, Barbara Holyfield. I have the best relationship with, I hear a lot of women that say about how they can't stand their mother-in-laws and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I love her. She is so amazing to me and to my children. And she always supports me and she always supports the kids. And so even though the marriage, our marriage, my marriage to her son did not continue. She never put me down, or the family has never put me down. They still embrace me, still call me sis. I'm still sis-in-law.
Supporting you.
She's supporting me because she's tuning in right now. So I just love that lady, and she's down there in Atlanta watching me.
Oh, we in Atlanta.
She's in Atlanta tuning in, watching me. So
that's great.
Love you,
ATL in the building. I like ATL.
I love ATL.
Yeah, ATL.
I haven't been in a while, but
I used to travel out. I lived in Tennessee, so when I lived in Tennessee, I always headed up to Atlanta all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit they, ATL.
That's where you were.
They keep it cracking.
He was in the A.
Right. He was in the A.
I was in the A. He had that song. It goes down in the A. Big shout out to Atlanta.
So you had a topic you wanted to talk about before we hit our hot topic.
What I want to talk about?
I don't know. You told me you said you wanted to, because if you don't say it real quick, we can go into.
Oh, I know what I want to do. I didn't get to participate today on the page because we did Testimonial Tuesday.
Yes.
And I feel with it being something I started, Testimony Tuesday. So I was just gonna throw out a little testimony on my behalf.
Okay.
Me coming up in the home of my mother and stepfather. I was abused. Stepfather was very rough on us, to the point to where I became a child that ran away a lot, ran away all the time. From the age of 12 to probably the age of 16, I used to run away a lot because I didn't want to be at home. I always felt my mother didn't love me because she took in somebody who didn't treat me nothing like his child. Right. So from that, I grew with a lot of anger. I took it to the streets. So I did all type of things. I joined the gang. I hung out in the streets all the time, and I did that for many years. I went up to the age of 20s, whatever, to the point where I end up doing time in prison. Did 4 years. So I was away from my family. But the thing is, to make it short, since the radio, I was blessed that God turned my life around. He took all that energy that I had, that I told myself I wasn't going back. I was not going to go back to the streets. I promised them this. My last time when I was going to us, they wanted to take me to trial. I prayed for probation. I told them, if I get probation, I'm going to get to my family. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to change my life. And that's what I did. And guess what I end up with? Pit Lyfe.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good exchange.
Yeah.
Pretty fair. That was great.
That was a great exchange.
Great, yeah.
So he took a lot of the negative people out of my life and he put serious because I took the street serious. When I was in the streets, I didn't play around with it. Now that I got Pit Lyfe, I take it serious. So a lot of people probably look like he take this so serious, but that's my testimony. So anybody that's come from broken homes, I guess that's what they call them, and take it to the streets, you still have an opportunity to change your life around.
Yes.
And that's what I thank God for. So hopefully anybody out there that's good, if you still feel you got the hustle, because it's hard out there, jobs, they don't have jobs available, whatever. To me, them all excuses.
Right.
Because I used them. I used the excuse all the time. When my mother would talk to me like, when you go, oh, nobody don't want to hire me. Nobody don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I started off going to a temp agency. From a temp agency, I end up at Ford. At Ford, I end up the chairman of the union, to my supervisor of my shift. So he took all them talents that I had put into the street and he put them into something else. And look at
But you know what? And it's so crazy that you say that, because I've only known you since March or something like that. And you would never think, now I have seen you angry, but you would never think that you were, you would never think that you were that person. And so to hear where you've come from and see where you are now, I mean, we all have a past.
I've been shot, been stabbed, been put in trunks, kidnapped, all them type of things.
Wow.
All them type of things. And, when I was doing it, I thought that's what's up. Only because I was an angered child, though. So like I say, so now I'm not angered. My relationship with my mother's great.
That's good.
She's proud of me. She supports everything I do.
She does, and she's so sweet.
Know,
yeah, you have a nice mom, by the way.
Right.
She's sweetheart.
She's such
you smell big when you said that.
I'm not flirting with your mom.
You smell real big. Like
you did. You may want to talk to him off air and ask him why. Like maybe she baked him some cookies on the slide or something.
All right, cowboy.
Listen, lady.
I ain't lose all the stuff I learned from the show.
Right. You see, you always hold on to it. And you know what? And that's what we have to remind people is that there is always that person that we used to be. Their person is always lingering. But one of the wisest things that I've ever heard is that there is a beast and there's something that's like beast-like and there's something that's calm in you. And it's there. The question was, which one is the one that survives? And the answer was the one you feed. So if you feed negativity, you're going to continue to breed negativity and draw negative people around you. But the more positive you are, the more, loving that you are, and the more that you're willing to be open and embrace and be open to change, that's what you'll begin to invite around you.
Yeah, because even when I was in the streets, that's what people used to say. You got to be the nicest drug dealer we ever met. They used to always tell me that. Because I was caring.
You're a nice drug dealer.
Because I was caring. And my guys used to always tell me, like, you too caring to be you
can't pay for the full rock. I'll give you the full rock for half.
Right, I give it to you.
We'll give you a discount.
Right, so
you can hit me with 20 on the back end. We'll do a lock on loan. Okay.
Right.
Thanks for the tip.
We'll do right. I owe you on the rock.
Right. They don't pay me. I'm saying like I don't want to have to do nothing to them. I'm gonna just let them pass.
Because he didn't give me all the money.
Right. Nah, me.
I don't want to shoot him.
I don't want to shoot him. I love him.
I hit him with a brick.
Right.
He'll wake up from that.
Because I still love him.
Right.
Oh my God.
I love everybody.
Today was very hard experience because you realize that there are a lot of people who have gone through things, but we are surrounded by survivors. Like there's nobody that was on that post that should not see that your life is purposed. Even if you don't see it in your own, you should be able to go through like Prez's testimony that he just did, mine that I did. Taisha did a really good one. Pinky did a good one. There are so
cowboy.
I really don't have a elaborate story.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to have an elaborate one. You just have to have a story. You don't have any story?
He ain't ready yet. You see, he can't fix his mind. You put me on the spot.
You want me to share?
Yeah.
Is that okay? It all started when I was born.
Oh, okay. We're gonna
take a break.
No, actually, seriously.
Are you serious?
No, seriously.
Okay, serious.
When I was in college, I went to school. Believe it or not, I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I didn't have a car, so I had to ride my bike everywhere I went. And I was riding across these railroad tracks one day, and I don't know, these railroad tracks they were kind of dangerous because apparently, from what I'm told, they've gotten cars, to flip over and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't remember what happened. I woke up on the railroad tracks. I was like knocked out. I was kind of in and out of consciousness, but I was laying on the railroad tracks, and unfortunately, I don't remember what happened. And someone came around and they saw me, and they called the ambulance. They got me some help, got me off the railroad tracks. But that was an active railroad track,
So trains were actively going on.
Yeah.
And you passed out on the train.
I was.
How are you saying that's not a testimony?
I guess it is. And
it is.
I feel very fortunate because someone that didn't even know me, was kind enough to. They didn't keep going,
Wow.
They stopped. I might have kept going. I don't know, but they stopped and they helped me out and help I needed. And doctors told me that I broke the cheekbone in my face right here, and I got 6 stitches in my eyelid. I don't know if you can see it.
You can't even tell to this day.
Wow.
Right.
And my it looked like I got hit by Mike Tyson when I woke up in the hospital.
Wow.
The side of my face is like this big. But the doctors told me that I would have migraines like for the rest of my life, and don't worry about it. Just take some Advil, whatever. But fortunately, to this day, I never had so much as a headache. So
That is such an incredible testimony.
Right.
I can't believe that you. I'm glad you shared it now.
But we could tell you still a little banged around in the head, but unfortunately, you don't have to take no. Now we see where some of the stuff comes.
Now it makes sense.
So when I hear stuff from it, I'm like the train tracks. So for now on the show, we're gonna say the train tracks.
Like no, we're not gonna do that.
But I'm on the right track now.
Oh, look at that segue. That was perfect.
You was meant to be here.
That was perfect. But that's my point.
Yeah.
Throughout reading these testimonies, you realize that your life was purpose. I mean, we have all gone through things that, by all intents and purposes, we should be dead by now. And we're not, and we're still here.
On a mental institute.
Or mentally, right. We should be crazy. We should be out of our minds. We should be angry. We should be defeated. We should be depressed. And we're not. We're sitting here. We're thriving. You are one of the most caring people I have ever met. The whole soft gangster thing, that doesn't surprise me at all. And the fact that you're still sitting here and you're still lucid and you understand what it is that I'm saying. I mean, you could have had like permanent brain damage or something like that. So it's our responsibility to tell our stories because somebody else's life can be saved from it. And I think that's the biggest point from Testimony Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was sitting on the couch and something just came in like Tuesday, make a testimonial Tuesday.
Yeah.
And some people like, they might not support. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, it was a great day.
Today was a
so
great
we just
day.
shouting out our people. That's one thing about Pit Lyfe. We shouting you out. We're gonna take a break.
We're
gonna come back with nice
hot topic
part of the show.
Hot
coming through this album, regretting the whole outcome. Diving deep into this bottle. Bucket, I'm calling up tomorrow. Say love is a stone's throw, and I just let my best friend go. And I can't shake it off. Supposed to be a win, but it feels like a loss. I can't help but second guess my choice. The homies told me this would be bliss. Never knew breaking up would feel like this. Maybe I should listen to this voice. Why can't I have you and still have it all? Just to have you back around, that's what I leave it all. Sitting by myself, wallowing in sorrow, drowning in my thoughts while I'm talking to this bottle. Just living for today, no concern for tomorrow. Pedal to the metal, no brakes, full throttle. Shit, I mean I ended it with you. I swear at the moment it seemed like the thing to do. Better for us, cause I'm out here in it. Money, cash, hoes, all the trimmings. My conscience telling me I got what I got. I dismissed wifey for the streets and these stocks. Silly pride got the best of me. Wasn't thinking about the rest of me. I swear to player and your boy fell dead. Images of your breakdown replaying in my head. Damn, I guess it's my turn to break down.
Welcome back to Pit Lyfe Radio, brought to you IntellectualRadio.com. We want to give a shout out to the man behind all the work back there, man Earl. Always keep us going. Big shout out.
Behind the scenes antagonist.
Yeah, he's part of our show, low key.
He really is.
I'm telling you, we gonna convince him one time to get a mic and put a camera on him, and we gonna have him all into our show.
I think he may get on this topic. So right now, IntellectualRadio.com. Call in if you want, 708-223-8953. It's Tuesday Hot Topic time. Would tell everybody my secret like that.
I'm gonna snatch that from you.
No.
You know.
Oh my God. Okay, it comes from being on radio before. You have to know how to look at things and still be connected with your audience. So.
Oh yeah.
He's telling all my secrets. You're tired. Okay, so congratulations, AB, for winning Teacher of the Month. Post your testimony.
Congratulations.
Post your testimony. Okay, so it's Tuesday.
Yeah,
which means it's Hot Topic time.
Hot Topic.
My favorite part of the day. Okay, so y'all ready?
What you got for us?
All right. The question of the day is, why does the man get a pat on his back or labeled as a player for having multiple sex partners and a woman as a whore for doing the same thing?
Oh. I think we're gonna start making us let us know ahead of time what
I did let you know ahead of time.
I didn't have enough time.
You didn't have enough time to prepare? So why is that? Because I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. I like sex. I have children. Mm-hmm. I like sex. Oh, my mother-in-law still watching? She is.
All the way in
Atlanta. She knows. She's a mom. I'm a mom.
She probably got her friends down in Atlanta like, whoa.
Yes. But so, whereas I am not, I can't say that I believe in multiple sexual partners at the same time. I'm not in a relationship, so I can have sex with whom I want, when I want, and as often as I want. But I don't believe in having multiple sexual partners. That being said, if I decided to have them, it would be looked on as me being loose, being a slut, being a hoe, being a runner, and all this other type of stuff. But you guys, y'all do it 90 going north. Mm-hmm. And y'all get dapped. Y'all get other women that come up to you that want to sleep with you too. They're curious. I mean, all this stuff. Hey. So it's just like, what?
Okay, but check this out. Is that our fault? I think that comes from. I think it comes from other women being rough on other women. More times, women call more women hoes and sluts and all that than the man do. So if a woman doing that, you don't feel if a woman doing that, she's a hoe or slut, right?
I feel like if a woman is exercising her right to be sexually liberated, that's her business. I do feel like as a woman, that's not something that we have to let everybody know about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you guys talk about it amongst guys, but you're not going out there. Yeah, I'm got her. You know
some of them have, and they gonna mess the game up for us.
Exactly. Some of them have.
Yeah.
But I just think that as a woman, that there needs to be some type of mystery with us, and I believe that's where we're kind of losing our woman.
But who you think are harder on women? The situation.
I really don't know. I think,
when you was growing up and you had the little hot girl and the auntie, like you little hoe, so it wasn't too often the men do it.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. And I say that because my father, I'm gonna tell the story. My father is a retired pastor. Mm-hmm. And when I got pregnant, my idea was no better than a prostitute because at least the prostitute got paid and I just gave it away for free.
Who said that?
My grandmother, his mother said that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's a woman saying that. Right. But then he called me a whore twice.
He got that from his mother.
I don't know. I think it was I want to say it was an ego thing because we were having an argument. Mm-hmm. And so to get me to subdue me or to like keep me under the thumb, kind of rein me in a little bit, was to say something so detrimental to me to get me to be quiet. But on that same note, my father is a man. Mm-hmm. He was not faithful. Mm-hmm. He had some whorish tendencies before he got married.
He was a man whore?
My father was he was well known. That's the clean way to put it.
I see.
I would never call my
He was well known. But the thing is that I really think, to answer your question, I think that we as women look down on other women who are sexually liberated, either because we want to be the woman that's doing it, or we want to be the woman that's with that man. Mm-hmm. And so because we're calling her a whore because we really want it to be us. Mm-hmm. If it was us, we wouldn't be calling ourselves a whore, but we're calling her a whore.
You got a daughter and a son, right?
I have a daughter. I have two daughters and a son.
Okay, two, right. Like I got a daughter and a son. Mm-hmm. Okay. Your son's sitting around talking about, you overhear him, through them, I took down Susie last night. Oh, but Tasha was good Wednesday, though. Oh, man, you should have saw how I got Keisha Sunday.
We're sitting down and having a conversation.
I'm just saying. Okay. You hear him saying that. Uh-huh. But then you switch it around, you hear your daughter like, yeah, Tom was the bomb Monday, but I had a Tuesday.
My daughter is watching. So ask your question so I can answer her.
Which hit will hit you harder?
I think initially I can't even choose because I'm looking at my son and my daughter. You tell your
son what, strap up, right?
They both are babies.
I'm telling them both to strap up.
Okay, but beyond the strap up, because mostly with your son, boy, you out here doing all that, you better strap up,
right?
You know, but with your daughter, with the conversation, just make sure them guys are wearing a little deeper.
No, because I would go deep with both of them for different reasons. If my son decides that he wants to not settle down right at this particular time, which I would encourage because you don't know anything, you haven't lived. And I'm not saying be wild and free. I'm saying just be responsible in your dealings. And that will be my conversation with both of them in regards to the protection, in regards to the in themselves, as well as the respect for themselves and the respect for the people that they're with. So the conversation for me would be with both children.
Well, in my situation, when me having a son and having a daughter, I hear about it after I dapple. No,
right, and but that's honest. That's honest. That's what you would do.
No, I'm not gonna dapple, but I'm gonna be like, yes, because nowadays you gotta be glad your son
is into girls.
So I'm like this,
right, right.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying? Them on,
so
right.
after I chill a little bit, I'm sit down, boy. You know what I'm saying? You need some rubbers. Right. These girls, these little nasty girls.
See, but you have a nasty girl daughter.
No, I'm not talking to my daughter, but I have my daughter talk about in 1 week she took down 3 people. It's look, I'm finna cut off like don't. And look, if you don't get your act together.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're cutting down your daughter. You've slept with somebody else's daughter. So that's what I'm saying. You all are blurring the lines because you're not thinking about the fact that this is because it has to be a series of them. These are somebody else's daughters as well. So you're taking advantage of them not being taught what you're going to teach your daughter and hold her accountable to.
We didn't make the rules. We just play by it.
No, but that's not right. That's the purpose of the question. That's not right.
It's been players from.
That's not right.
It's been players to the tooth.
That's not right. And every one of them, you slept with a female. You not taking down no dude and dapping each other. You taking down somebody else's daughter. So if you're going to take down somebody else's daughter and not think about the things that you would teach your own daughter, you need to be mindful of that. That's the purpose of the question.
Well, you could join. I mean, I get you. They could join if y'all want to be called players. If
some of them are
right.
What's that now?
What's your response? Because you haven't said anything yet.
What's the question?
Why does a man get a pat on the back for being labeled as a player? But a woman gets labeled as a whore for doing the same thing a man is doing. That's the question. And what do you feel about it? What would you teach your daughters or your sons if you had them?
That's a lot of questions.
It's two.
Let me start with the first one. It's because of society,
right.
And the way we view each other. A man is awarded, for certain achievements
amongst each other. We get us to that level.
Yeah.
So it took a man to award us at one point to where we're just following tradition. You award,
right?
It's a man thing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But you do understand that times have changed.
Right. So do y'all high five each other in the locker room when y'all took down a lot of people?
Yeah. No,
some of them. Some of them do.
Some of them. I think for me, what I don't like seeing is trying to see a woman try to match what a man can do. It's not to say that we can't do it. I think it's just that as a woman, we need to hold ourselves to a certain level to that if we are doing it, we're not messy in the way that we're doing it. It's the same thing like when growing up, the girls used to carry their, personal products in the purse. Now they just walking down the hallway with it in the hand like, girl, I got clams. It's just, we've lost our tact for how we carry ourselves. And so I don't
do it. Y'all just more sneaky than us.
Right.
See, men, only reason we are considered like that,
but you all aren't, but no,
more out with it.
Right.
Women are doing just as much as us. Yeah, but before they get labeled something, which they are, like I said, I don't have no issue with it. If you're a hoe, like you saying we're a hoe, you're a hoe. But one thing about it, it ain't too many that's gonna admit they're a hoe.
Would you admit that you're a hoe?
When I was a hoe. It's about something.
I'm just saying. I'm asking. You're
you weren't gonna call me a hoe. You gonna call me a player.
No, I'm gonna call you a hoe.
That's what a woman gonna do. That's what I'm saying. See, the woman put the word hoe in there.
I wouldn't call you either one.
We're not gonna say that in like we're gonna be like, man, Famo a player.
I wouldn't call you either one.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Famo get down. Famo the man.
Right.
Y'all gonna call the woman. That's what I'm saying.
No, but we call men hoes too.
Yeah, when y'all mad.
No,
hoe.
No, it's not when we're mad. We usually call you when you sleeping with a person that we think you shouldn't be sleeping with.
I always got to come at her. So you telling me, because I be want to know, like, so you telling me if you sat around,
you don't give away all the man laws. I can't give away all the women laws.
You telling me you hear men, cowboys sitting here. We talking like, yeah, what? Like we took down a lot. We talking about it. You might sit there and be like, little dogs, y'all little hoes. But imagine you hear two females really sitting there talking about bodies. How many
their
men? Body count. You just gonna sit there?
I have been in the vicinity of conversations where I see you calling them hoes. I have been in the vicinity of women who talk about their body count. I don't really label them hoes. Bye, mama. I don't really label them hoes. I just don't think that communicating that so freely, knowing that there's a label associated with it, is such a great thing. I think that however you do it, whatever you do, you need to be discreet in your dealings. And that's where it disconnects for me. I don't care if it's a guy or if it's a female, to hear you sitting and talking about, how much ass you got the night before, or how many girls that's my one, or whatever, I think that doesn't have any taste. It shows your lack of taste to do that. That is still somebody's daughter. That's still somebody's son. Only talking about the fact that you just, been so active with so many different people. I just think that's in bad taste.
Just for the record, I don't know any hoes.
Right. I don't.
Yes, you do.
So men
yes, you do. First of all,
we are bad tasty hoes, and women need to be. No,
but you all aren't discreet in your stuff either. You all talk. In fact, I honestly think you all talk worse than we do.
Yeah, but
and not only talk amongst females who you consider to be like one of the guys, and so we hear it.
I just think it's rougher for y'all, and it's not our fault, because even I could meet a woman, and I could sit and I could tell her I used to be a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
She probably still marry me, have kids by me, all type of things.
And then
I could tell her I slept with about 30 women, 40. She could get over that. You ain't like that no more. Nah, baby, I'm cool. Cool. It's harder for a woman to sit and meet a guy and be like, yeah,
but is that because of your ego?
No,
because
so what he's saying, like, society just has more judgment on women because of that.
But that's not even about society. And I'm going to say that because Chanel posed a good question. She said, why is it an accolade when men do it and it's a curse if it's a woman? So in that question, if I were to come to you and we're dating and I'm like, okay, you asked me about my body count, which I don't know why a man who's dating a woman would ask, but as long as the tests come out clean, that's all I want to know. Okay. But at the end of the day, if you were to come to me and ask me about my body count, I'd be like, babe, over the past year, I probably slept with like 15 guys. You're like, oh my God, 15 guys, that's too many, nigga. But if I ask you how many you slept with and you like, oh, I done took down to 5 or 18 this week, I'm supposed to be okay with that. And the thing is that for me, is it because it's an ego thing for you guys? And you can answer that when we come back from break. You want to take a break?
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. IntellectualRadio.com, Pit Lyfe Radio.
You should see you. I be getting that.
In the past, I know I've hurt you. Please believe that I never meant to. Just the growing pains I went through, trying to find my way back to you. I appreciate your patience, 'cause you didn't have to be around. I swear every day with me, never again will I let you down. I'm in need of love, yeah. Baby, you're in need of love. I promise you now, I'm going, baby, like I never have before. Just know that you're my lady. You're my lady. From now on, forevermore. I wanna love you, baby. Yeah, yeah, before. Just know that you're my lady. From now on, forevermore. Wasn't sure about my feelings early on, that's why I let you go. You were never far away, girl. This how I know this thing of ours for sure. If anything within my reach, girl, to keep a smile on your face. You mean everything to me. It ain't no woman that can take you.
Okay, so we're back. IntellectualRadio.com, Pit Lyfe Radio. Numerous sex partners, but it's considered a curse for women. And my question was it really that men can have a high body count? A woman will be like, well, are you like that right now? No? Okay, I can get down with you. But if we were to tell you how many men we've slept with, like say in the past year, and if that number is over 3, you all are having a connection.
Men just have a support system. We have a great support system. Shout out to all the men. We have a support system. Yeah, just because the women don't have a support system around here.
That is not.
We're going to continue to back each other.
No, I'm asking you as men.
No, it's not an ego thing. It's just that, like I said, I think it's to me, it's the way I'm taught. Like, I was taught like that. Like,
but you're sleeping with women. The body count that you're getting, okay, that's not okay, but you're missing my point. Mm-hmm. You're saying that you cannot consider a woman who has a high body count, but in order for you to get your high body count, you have to sleep with women. Woman
because I don't believe that anyway. So I could consider it because I wouldn't believe it anyway. She tell me 3, I wouldn't believe it anyway.
But if she tells you 15, what is your response?
God, you gonna get down.
And would you still seriously?
I'm trying to see how she keep it right.
Would you still seriously date her?
She got some snapback or something like what product you? What?
So
that's that.
Before we go,
tell you to use to bring it back.
Before we go,
snapback queen.
Before we go.
I don't know.
One of our members recommended that we give out a hotline to those people who are either affected with or know somebody who's affected by domestic violence or breast cancer. So the breast cancer support hotline number, if you want to call them, is 877-GO-COLEMAN. That's 877-465-6636. Again, that's 877-465-6636. You can call that number for support. They also give you information regarding how you can support one of their causes, do the walks or raise money, funds for them. For domestic violence, the number for Illinois is 877-863-6338. Again, that's 87863-6338. That is the hotline for domestic violence for women in Illinois. If you are a victim or you know somebody that is a victim of domestic violence, call this number. They will set you up with resources and everything as to how to get help.
And if you're watching us, by now you can see you're probably on our live, so you can see our name. So if you even need somebody to support you when you're going or calling, just reach out, inboxes. We're always available to you guys. Sometimes it takes a helping hand to either sometimes people want somebody to be there with them or support them with them.
Right.
So we're there for you too. So
hospital visits, going to shelters, going to get help, counseling, whatever it is that you need. We are here for you. That's our purpose. People in touch with life. We are in touch with you.
Yep.
We want to help you. So if you need that help, please be sure to reach out to us or to the numbers that were provided to you.
Get that help. Pink ready.
Yes.
We want to see y'all breast cancer.
Pink
this
out,
Thursday,
Pit Lyfe.
Pit Lyfe. Y'all make sure y'all there. Ravens Place, 13031 Western Avenue, Blue Island, Illinois. We want to give a shout out once again to our producer, Earl, in the building.
Yes,
Intellectual Radio for making this our very special home. Pit Lyfe Radio, Pit Lyfe people in touch.
Thank you to all
we
of
love
our
you
listeners
guys.
And our followers and our fans and our members.
Got Prayers, Nicey, and Cowboy in the building. Who we got next? Earl, you got anybody coming up next today? So we closing down for the night.
We're closing the shop down.
We shut it down. We was just shut down to the radio station tonight. Ain't that what's up?
Pit Lyfe
Thank y'all
Radio.
once again. Pit Lyfe Radio.
Have a good night.
Peace.
Ven aquí, hazme el amor, así.